was over, they thought I was finished, dog. Whole city jump behind me, now I get more racks than a tennis ball. And you know ain't no looking back. The streets brought the hustle out of me. I was sick of eating pot of meat. Ramen noodles all through the week. The struggle was ugly, made something out of nothing.
What it do, baby? 78Chevyboi. Know it's been a few days, man. We back though. Today, man, we got a fun-filled day. Man, we're gonna fool around with the box. I'm gonna get up under here, man, try to crank this right side up. Not right side, but the driver's side left. Crank that up a little bit, man, because I still see it's kind of off a little bit. Other than that, it's riding good. Let me show y'all. Yeah. You probably can't tell by me having this, holding it with this camera though. But let me see when I get it even. I think that's pretty much even right there as far as the camera. See how it's leaning a little bit on the driver's side. We're gonna crank it up a little bit, man, until I'm satisfied. We're gonna crank that joint up. It's already clean, so if anybody call me today and wanna ride, man, I'm probably gonna pull out. Then we finna bust the seal on Big Dog, man. That T-Max, that X-Max, man. We're gonna bust the seal on the X-Max as well. We're gonna do that. These the batteries. Just got through talking to a homeboy on Instagram, man. He put me up on some bigger batteries that last longer. Probably gonna buy those too. Because I'm gonna need extras anyway. If I'm out playing and run these two down, I'm gonna need some extras for backup. So I might try the brand that he has. But yeah, most definitely. Like I said, we got a fun-filled day, man. We're gonna crank these shocks up. These coilovers up on the back. Mess with the T-Max. I'm gonna mow the front yard, edge it up real good, man. It's probably one of the last cuts for the year as far as the yard. And we just gonna see, man. I gotta crank old Cayenne up, man. I ain't crank her up. Shit. Probably a little bit over a week. I gotta crank her up and let her run, man. Might as well do it now. Ain't doing too much. Good hot battery in there. That battery's still hot. This boy sound like I ain't finna take off. It's okay. When I crank Cayenne up, boy, he gets scared, man. Okay, man. Y'all know I still can't find them tires, man. I can't find that tire nowhere. The 275 60 15 Hankook Ventus H101. I cannot find that tire online. There's no stores, nowhere, man. I need to buy me two ASAP. If y'all know where they at, let me know. Send me a link. Let me know who got them, man. Yeah. And like right here, I bought this because I saw my little homie CJ with one of these on the back of his truck. And man, I said I need me a cooler. I've been had the cooler, but I need a cooler on back of Cayenne at all times, man. I need water, I love Gatorade, and we have to have a little drink in this thing every now and then, man. You know, that happy juice. So that's my cooler setup, man. That's a nice little bar. I got that junk from I got it from Lowe's. The name of it is the Keeper. The name of it is the Keeper. 40-inch to 70-inch. The XP series. Yeah, man. Yeah, they cooler behind me at all time, boy. Perfect, like a perfect fit, you know what I'm saying? But let's get to it though. 78Chevyboi, y'all keep it locked, man. Out here with the girls today. With my toys, man. Alright. I got the box jacked up on this side. The jack is over there. It's on the frame. I don't want to jack it up by the I didn't want to jack it up under the rear end because it still was gonna have that same pressure on it. So, these are the two, they call them spanner wrenches that I have that came with the kit. So we're gonna get up, I think one is for the top one that you adjust it with, and the other one is for the locker washer. You tighten that one up with that one. So I'm gonna see if I can get under here without having to go back down here and bother my boy Mike, man, and put it on his rack. See if I can get under here, man, and crank it up a little bit. But yeah, these are the wrenches you use, and it's the same method. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be trying to crank it up to the right. I might take it up right now about that much on that side to see if that does any justice. So we'll see in a minute, man. Let's get up under here. All right. So we up under this thing. We up under here, and so like I was saying, this top one. Let's see, make it focus right quick, y'all. Okay. This top one is the one you adjust it with, and then this bottom one, this is the one you lock it with. That's what you run it right up under that one to lock it to keep it from working its way back down. So that's what I'm about to do. I'm gonna let up off of the I'm gonna let up off of the bottom one. I'm gonna let up off of the locker, and then I'm gonna start twisting that one up, twisting this one up. So I'm about to get it, man. Okay, y'all, so I got the bottom one loose. So you bag that one up off of that one. So now I'm gonna tighten this one up. I'm gonna tighten that one up. Put my wrench on it. I think it's this one. Put my wrench on it. Put the wrench on it like this right here. It locks down in the teeth. Kind of hard to maneuver with one hand, but y'all get the idea. You put it on there and just crank it, man. So that's what I'm about to do. I can't do it with one hand, so y'all give me a minute. Yeah, so yeah, I cranked it up. As y'all know, this one was up though, but I think I've cranked it about. I've cranked it up about that much. That space you see in between there, I think I've cranked it up about that much. I'm gonna hit it a little bit more, because I got plenty more thread on there. I got plenty more thread on that joint, so I'm gonna crank it a little bit more, because I plan on when I let it down, hopefully it's in the right spot, man. Instead of doing all this jacking and picking it up and all that. So we're gonna crank it a little more, guys, and we're gonna see. Alright, man. So I propped the phone up for y'all. Try to get in here and get it. No, I'm recording. Hold on. I can turn it off. Hold on. Alright, y'all. My wife that came out here. I had to talk to her for a minute. That's why I stopped it, but I have cranked it up a couple of times. When I said a couple of times, it's like each time I crank it, because I only got limited space, so when I crank it, it'd be like a quarter of a turn. So I might have cranked it like a half turn, half a turn to 3/4 turn. But I still got good room on the shop. I still got about that much more thread I can go, but I know I won't have to jack this all the way up. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I think I'm gonna put another quarter turn on here, and then I'm not gonna lock it in yet because I want to let it down and see where the height is. You know what I'm saying? Once I see where the height is, and this is where I wanted it, I'm just gonna jack the car back up, come back under here, and screw that one up, and get my other wrench and lock it in, and I'll be set, man. And it's pretty much, man, I'm cool all the way around. Tell you the truth. So that's what we're about to do now. I'm gonna put another crank on it right quick. Let's see how I can set this light up. Okay. Trying to set the light up so y'all can see it as well. Okay. It should be good there. Let me see. Yeah. Alright, let me see. And that's the thing, man. You only have limited space under here. But you put it in the grooves. Once you put that joint in the grooves, then you just turn it. You just turn that joint. See what I'm saying? Then I'm trying to angle myself so y'all can see me on the camera. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes, man. You put it on there, just crank it, and if you was loosening it, you'll put it on that way, then just lefty loosen. And there's something else I want to show y'all, man. I've been had adjustable control arms, man, trailing arms for y'all that ask me, and ones that don't think I have them on here. I had these on here ever since I put the Sandmans, the copper wheels on there. So, and I got the upper also. Got the upper, and they all made by Pure Muscle. Pure Muscle, man. Yep, PMT. So it is what it is, man. 78Chevyboi. We finna get up and let it down. Get from under here, let it down. Hopefully it's in the right spot, and we gonna see. Let's get it, man. All right. Make sure y'all leave me a comment. Drop down right now. Leave me a comment. Yes, sir. Let me show y'all all that good hardware. I like to see that good hardware, man. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. Yes, sir. Okay. Let her down. Let her down. I'm trying to do it with my left hand. Hold on. All right. Looks like I need both hands. Hold on. Hold on. There it is. Let's see. Let me see. Side view here, it look like we might be. It look like we might be all right, guys. Hopefully. Hopefully. Let me see. I think I need to crank it, man. Probably another half turn. But it's looking good though. It's looking good. I can tell the difference since I cranked it. I can tell the difference. Like I said, my driver's side sit lower anyway. Yeah. I'm gonna give it about another half turn, man. Get it up about like this passenger side. Don't worry, y'all. We still squatting. We just trying to level it out. We still squatting. There ain't no way. I gotta have that squat on Penny, man. Penny on Cayenne, on the X Max. I'm gonna have that squat on the X Max. You know what I'm talking about? On the side by side, I'm gonna have that squat on everything, man. But keep it locked, man. I'm just gonna go ahead, do my thing. We'll be right back when I get it right. All right.
Hey, you
out here, man. We out here in the Haven. Out here with my guy Kenny, man. My guy Big Kill, man. We out here, we just ride. Let me turn the music down to serve these folk neighborhood like this, man. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, but we out here, man. I'm just riding, I'm just cruising today, man. We in the machine. We just cruising today, man. We just out here cruising. Ain't no telling where I'm gonna end up at, man. Ain't no telling where I'm gonna end up at, man. We out here. I told my man I'm trying to get it together. He said he liked that junk. You say I'm doing a hype out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's fine.
He said that junk 5, man. He said 5. We out here just cruising today, man. Out here in the Haven area. White Haven, Black Haven. We out here, man. Y'all see my girl. Y'all hear my girl purring like a kitty. Turn the lights on, yeah. We just chilling though. Gotta find me something to eat. I don't know where I'm finna go. Something to eat, man. All right, Bob. Pull this chopper out. Yeah, he said he just put some 6s on there. Yeah. Oh yeah, it look good, dog. It look good.
I had to do a beat. I ain't never had no 6.
What's that? You ain't never had no 6? Yeah, it's clean, man.
Bitches don't do no justice on Instagram, dog.
What you say, dog?
Bitches don't do no justice on Instagram, I swear. Y'all don't understand. I've been IGing for a minute.
Yeah.
This is my first show. Personal show.
Don't doing all right, bro.
Oh, good, baby. I'm better today, though. We part 2-car show right here.
What you think? Think she all right, man?
Then all right. Put some respect on it. Ain't no all right.
I gotta let y'all see it, man. I can't see it. What'd you say? I gotta get that again. What'd you say, dog?
That paint is wet.
You said that paint is wet, y'all.
Sir.
And this is not scripted, man.
I
Paint is
promise
wet.
you, the paint is wet.
Did you know that paint is like 8 years old, bro?
I won't believe it.
8 years old, never been wet, saying never been bugged.
No way saying no book.
Not yet.
The man said not yet.
I got plenty of clear on it, man, but it's holding up so good. I'm gonna just save it until I really need it.
I think the clear froze on it.
Think it froze?
I think it's froze.
It ain't gonna move, dog.
It ain't going nowhere.
He said the clear froze on this joint. That's my first time hearing that one, y'all. Hey, so I gotta be straight then. I must be good. 8 years to the good. Yes, sir. Candy World did that, man. Candy World Customs up in Jackson, Tennessee, man. / Humboldt, Tennessee, same thing.
I went to Bethel University.
For real? Yeah, man. They took care of me. They took care of this and my truck.
I got some truck.
Yeah. They took care of me, man. For real. 8 years, dog. See, she's steaming, man. This type of weather I like. They steam just a little bit.
I got the air sign.
Huh?
That's the air sign right there.
Yeah. That's why we used to talk about it back in the day. We had this cat named, his name was Turl. He had all kind of cars, man. But he had this one particular Malibu, and he used to have it rattling on the outside. That junk was beating in the inside though, man. And somebody had asked one day, why you got your car doing all that rattling? Put some of that dynamite and stuff on it. He said, no, that rattling is for you to hear when I come through. He said the inside of that motherfucker sound like a disco, man, and that just stuck with me, bro. Anybody from my hometown that knew about Turl, man, and they probably was up there on the block when he said it, dog. When he said that, that's why I like a little rattle. I want you to know know when I'm beside you at the light, there's something in here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that sound, man, like a disco. Like a disco. I'm finna upgrade that though. All my highs and the inside, my bass good. I'm finna make it scream a little, make it talk a little more. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, we don't hide them, man. We ride them, man. We don't hide them, we ride them, baby. Cockpit. Yeah, man. Just stretching the legs a little bit. I'm gonna get up in the morning and stretch them too, man. We got a little doctor's appointment in the morning. Penny got a doctor's appointment, dog. Y'all will see in the morning. Keep it locked. Make sure you turn your notification bell on. But we out here riding though, baby. Hands free. Hands free, baby. Yeah, I just had to stretch out a little bit. Put out there on 55 for a little minute. Down here in South Haven, Mississippi. Might stop up here and get some of these gas station lights. Alright.
I'm keeping it my seven. I'm bouncing in my seven. I'm riding in my seven. I got the green gas. My seven. I'm keeping it my seven. I'm bouncing in my seven. I'm riding in my seven.
Motherfucking free gas mix.